Hi guys, thanks so much for joining me here on Jill Tones today. I'm here with the fabulous celebrity makeup artist Daniel Sandler. He's one of my favourite people, and I was so lucky that Daniel back in the day did my wedding makeup. So every year I think of two Daniels, my husband Daniel and Daniel Sandler.
Aren't I the lucky boy?
And you are known as the king of blush.
That's true.
With your watercolours.
I'm obsessed.
Obsessed. I love blush too. I think a lot of girls with darker skin tones are scared of blush. They think it doesn't look natural or it doesn't suit them, but I think there is nothing, when you get the right colour.
And the application.
There is nothing better than to give brightness to your skin, give a pop of colour, wake the skin up, make you feel brighter and healthier, and you're going to show us how.
Yes, no, totally. For me as well, it's really important that girls wear blush because even if you wear the most natural makeup, the no makeup, you need a hint of colour on your cheeks to just give your complexion that kick and that start to look fresh. Now, you can use something like this on the cheeks, which is my watercolour blush in Hot Toddy. Now, what you can do, girls, is you can take a tiny dot of the colour and smile for me, sweetie, and you can put a tiny little bit. If you just want a very natural glow, this is the colour for you because it's quite fleshy. And what you'll get is a lovely, lovely sheen. And if you pop that all over your cheek, it will look like your skin tone, but just a little bit fresher. If you use your finger, you get a nice, rosy, kind of warm, bronzy glow to the complexion. But if you use the brush, which I'll use in a minute with a little bit of a colour, you'll see that I'm going to create something a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more chiseled and a little bit more runway. So that's one shade on the cheek. Ate, if you just move your head from left to right, the camera should just gently get the highlights, pick up on the highlights. But it's very, very subtle, so that's a perfect colour for a smoky eye or a daytime look. But if you do like a pop of colour, and the best place to wear a little bit of a pop of colour, of course, is just here on the apple of the cheek. But I'm now gonna bust a myth that every single makeup artist has told me over the years, and I've heard women say it to me as well, is that you look in the mirror, you smile, and that's where the apple of the cheek is. Well, that's completely wrong, because smile for me, sweetie. If I put the blush there, now relax your face, look, it's now going to be too high. So what you want to do is with the cheek in a relaxed position, just take a little bit of the colour, this is a colour called Dare, a little dot on each cheek like that, and then you just blend it so you create a lovely, fresh bloom to the face.
I think that's a really good trick. You know, the apple, smile and put it on the apples of cheeks. I think as you get older, that can make it drops a little lower, doesn't it?
It really does, no, for sure. But if I use a brush here, which is a synthetic angled brush, it's my water brush, and I apply it straight onto the cheekbone in more of an up and down sweep, what I'm creating is something a little bit more sophisticated and more sculpted. And you can see that on camera. I'm just going to ask Ate in a second to just turn her cheek. Blend it onto that little apple area and blend it up and out in a kind of a tick shape. What I did prep-wise on Ate when I did the foundation, the lips and the eyes, I actually sculpted and I used a darker foundation just below the hollow of the cheekbone, which will then lift the cheek higher, so when I put this on top, the cheekbone looks absolutely perfect, looks rosy, looks fresh, and you look real pretty.
Thank you, Daniel.
If you wear a pink blush, it's okay to wear a peachy nudie gloss or lipstick or even a dark brown or plum colour. You don't have to match your colours in. Your lips and your cheeks don't have to tie in if you don't want them to.
I'm very matchy-matchy, but not when it comes to cheeks and lips.
I think you can play around, you know, there's no rules. With me, there's absolutely no rules. It's always about beautiful application. If you think you've applied too much blusher, take a little bit of foundation and just whack it around the edge of where you've applied it too much, and then that will tone down the excess blusher. Repeat obviously on the other side. And then if you use a little bit of loose powder just around the outside of the edge, that will frame the cheek and help the cheek stand out a little bit more. But with my watercolours, you don't need to powder them because once it's on, it ain't gonna move.
It doesn't move. But that's a really good tip because I'll put my hands up. I have overdone the blush on occasion.
Have you?
Look at the Caroline Hirons video. Where I look.
She got you drunk, didn't she? There was some red wine involved.
There was red wine. It got no red wine, but I got overexcited with the blush. I was an offender, and that would have been a really good tip to take it down a notch.
So there we go. Those are my simple tips to make your cheeks look blushingly beautiful, and you can look as good as Ate.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for showing us how to do the perfect blush. It's natural. It's not too like 80s clownish, which I think a lot of girls with darker skin are scared of. It's really beautiful and healthy, great for the school run. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time on Jewel Tones. Bye!